Yeah, that's a good question. It's a kind of composition. It's predefined. Yeah, okay. The computer has a. It was a 1 hour performance or so, yeah. And it was in the computer stored. Defined. Yeah, defined and stored, and then.
So they're in fact not robots. They're just human musicians.
Yeah.
You promised. Yeah. Sorry, I'm joking. Okay, but
maybe they could look like robots.
Maybe they should look like robots. Okay, sorry. Okay.
So, yeah, there are different aspects which are interesting for me. The real instruments without amplification and loudspeakers, and this thing that human beings are involved and playing the music. Okay. This was the very right thing, and now I want to show you projects using machines playing instruments. This is what we want to do this evening, and there are of course different possibilities. This evening we I call it robots because we don't have predefined things or something which is stored in the computer, but they are just the reactions of the machines. There is an input microphones. Also on the drums we have different microphones. And the computer analyzes in real time, and the machines react in a certain way. It's also possible not to have this. Yeah, I think in the next. Example, the following example. Two robots are improvising, no musician, and listening to each other. I just gave an initial chord to the guitar input, and then the piano had something to react. And this is a Yamaha disc clavier. I think you know, maybe. It's a very professional made, built instrument you can use as a robot, just connecting the computer with the software and analyzing and sending MIDI information to the piano.
MIDI information to the piano. What about MIDI information to this guitar?
Yeah, this is my special built guitar. It's also MIDI. Yeah. And
but I didn't get what's playing actually. Who's keeping the both?
The piano is a bit.
Piano okay, but
piano follows guitar and guitar follows piano.
Oh.
Yeah, the guitar doesn't play very much right now.
They're talking.
I have to admit.
Well, the question is whether this is silnik liniowy. Wow. The question about the engine, Well, the servo.
Yeah.
Servo.
There are servo motors. Yeah.
No, silnik krokowy. Krokowy.
I show you later.
A w większości tych są krokowe używane oczywiście.
precyzyjne są.
Proszę?
Mniej precyzyjne są.
Ale są używane, właśnie one są używane.
No ale mówię, że są mniej precyzyjne.
Ale to właściwie nie ma znaczenia, skoro są wystarczające.
Po prostu jest to opanowane. A liniowe silniki są trudne w aplikacji.
Aha.
Actually, I had more problems with the disc clavier than with my guitar. With my guitar. It's a bit tricky to find out how the MIDI notes react. You have to, the MIDI note, the note on and the note off have to be separated more than in a sequencer or so. And the loudness was a bit a problem. So
With the disc clavier?
yeah, it was too soft. I hadn't the chance to use it before. I just had to set it up, and then it had to work somehow.
And what is the name of this word?
Meeting.
Meeting.
These claviers are now more less suitable. The new models are less suitable for experiments.
Really?
Yes, and they are more commercialized.
Yeah.
A silent piano or something like that. So we had that problem too. We wanted to buy this clavier from older generation, but it was out of production, and new generation has less of MIDI information available.
I think as a host of the meeting I can introduce it, but because he said we, means that
Yes, we,
music university in Warsaw.
Chopin University
In Warsaw.
Oh.
Warsaw. Chopin Music University.
And did you find an older one then?
Well, the problem was solved because we have no money. So
Edward is a composer who was skipped out from the program yesterday in Aula SP, and we will play it today. And you don't know yet about this, but I just tell you that
like
it
someone
will
said, the most often not played composer. Sorry, I don't want to.
Yes, let's return to me.
Okay. So, what is interesting is that there are really good, well-built robots, mainly in Japan. This is not a robot, the disc clavier, but you can make
Kind
it,
of robots
yes,
too.
yeah.
Yes.
But there are really guitar players. There are robot bands performing in Japan, and for example, Square Pusher or Pat Metheny, they have really perfect guitars. They can play very fast, and it's fantastic. I don't want to compete with them. It's not. I'm not so much interested in that. I'm fascinated, of course, that what is possible, but the limitations are, for me, are also very interesting. And my guitar just has 6 barré fingerings, just 1 bar, maybe you can see it here. I cannot. Is it?
Oh, it should work.
I think it
Doesn't work?
nothing works. And
That's true. We get frozen.
sorry.
No problem. That was the.
Yeah. Maybe here. Yeah, this was the former version with just 3 bars.